everyone, Nadesh from Rabid Rabbit here, your change management expert. This is the third video in our series where we're going to be talking about how to integrate some tips and tricks for habits and changes in your life. This particular video will focus on something that I think affects mostly women, or at least more women are more vocal about it affecting them. But I do think men can benefit from this as well. It's about comparing yourself to others. You've all heard you can't compare your chapter 3 to somebody's chapter 10, or you can't compare yourself to somebody else, but we all do it. We all do it. So let's talk about it. How do we stop comparing ourselves to other people? This is difficult because it's an emotional response. Comparing yourself to another individual is an emotional reaction of a specific point in time where you are and where they are. And then you take these two specific points in times and you compare them to each other. The reality is that's not very logical. So I would say when that emotional thing comes up and you decide to compare yourself to somebody else, emotionally, stop for a second and try to think about it logically. Try to grab onto that logic side of yourself, because it's not going to take very long for you to realize that you're comparing yourself to their highlight reel. You know yourself, you don't know them. They may have done XYZ longer than yourself, etc. Logic will tell you that this doesn't make sense. So in this particular case, and I would say that's not the case in most changes, which is changing is a very emotional component. This is a logical piece. You need to fight that urge with logic. It's not really a tip because we all know we have to do it, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that your journey is yours and yours alone. You're not living outside of your body. You're not making changes for other people. You're making changes for yourself. And when that's happening, you've got to bring it back to you, and that can't allow yourself to compare to other people. So it's more easily said than done. I would say if you have a high tendency of comparing yourself to others, you're going to have to either write yourself little notes, find your trigger points. When is it that you do that? Is it when you browse Instagram? Change your Instagram. Start unfollowing people and follow different accounts that maybe are people that you don't do that with. Why would you go on Instagram to get yourself depressed? Anything like that that's generating these triggers of comparing, until you get that habit under control where you're going to do it logically and not emotionally, I would say remove them. Simply remove them from your life. There isn't space in your journey for that. Because if you do that comparison, you're going to stall your own growth, because that's going down a rabbit hole of simply being unhappy with the progress that you've made. We've all seen that little graphic where the person is digging for diamonds and you see him turn around, but the diamond was just on the other side of the wall. Comparing ourselves to other can create us to do a double back and turn around because we say we'll never get there, but maybe you were right there. So all of these things are just hindering your own progress. So unless you can think of it logically and you can use that tool to say, I'm going to not let my emotions get the best of me when I'm in a comparing mindset, remove these triggers from your life. Think about it every time it happens and just start removing that from your life and just don't go there. That's the best advice I can give. So hopefully that tip helps you guys for your journey and your transformation, and I will see you guys soon.